Peter steps across the threshold of a Gentile home, somewhere that a Jew should not be, somewhere that a Jew would never go, somewhere that a Jew would despise. And Peter, in obedience, steps into Cornelius's house, and the gospel begins to break down barriers. That's what the gospel does, doesn't it? The gospel is the good news of Jesus that truly unites human beings. It's the reason to go where you would not likely go. The gospel is a reason to love everyone as we love ourselves, even our enemies. And if you want to talk about separation, you want to talk about a reason for a prejudice, Jesus never should have left his perfect and high and holy throne to come to our sinful and messed up and broken world. And yet Jesus, because of his love, came to our imperfection and befriended us when we were his enemies. That is an amazing moment. And the world right now in society is fighting desperately to counterfeit this unity that can only be made possible by the gospel. You realize that the world is trying, unity is a big word right now, and they're trying to unify. They're counterfeiting what can only be made possible by the gospel. The world right now tries to unify around socially acceptable sins. That's fake unity. You can't get unity from brokenness. If we accept one another's sin issues and say you can be whoever you want to be and you can do that and be like that and just come here and we'll all love each other, that's going to lead to more brokenness. That's going to lead to more desperation. That's going to lead to more depression. It's never going to solve the problem. And there's organization after organization after organization popping up right now in our culture trying to disguise it as unity, and what it is truly brokenness and fragmentation apart from Jesus Christ. The gospel is the only thing that unites sinners to a perfect Savior. And as the barriers and prejudices come down, the presence of God is what unifies us. And you see that happen as Peter steps into the house of Cornelius. Did you see what Cornelius said in verse 33? Now therefore we are all here in the presence of God to hear all that you have been commanded by the Lord. As the prejudices came down, the presence of God filled the room among the Jews and the Gentiles. And Jesus, he came to break these kinds of barriers.